Hey, sorry about the really big delay in updating. I don't really have any excuse for that other than I'm just a bit technologically retarded. Um, so it's been for nearly 5 months since my surgery. It happened in April. I think it's 5 months. Anyway, so not sure really what to say. So easiest to show you the outcome. It's pretty impressive. I get stopped everywhere I go. Kind of over that by now, but I'll give you a view of the bad boy, which is looks a lot like the Olympic Tower. And sorry about the far awayness of it, but as you can see, it's a pretty big number, but on the upside, compared to the other one, I have two straight legs, which is fantastic, and two legs that are the same length. Not that you can see very well with the tights and the shorts and the crappy shadows and all that. So yeah, so that part has been hugely successful. Yeah, and it's not been as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like the surgery in itself was, it hurt. It wasn't any fun, especially for the first 5 days. Um, but it wasn't as agonizing, I suppose, as I expected it to be. Um, yeah, I wound up in hospital for 6 weeks, not 10 days. So that was a pretty big downer, actually. I was pretty fucked off with that. Just wanted to come home and not be in hospital and eating hospital food, and you just want home. Yeah, but they couldn't fit me on a plane with this because I couldn't move it very much in the beginning, and yeah, I was going to have to fly up and down from Wellington to Nelson every week for x-rays and just to be monitored while I was adjusting things. So I stayed in hospital. But I got home and, things are reasonably okay. Like, I can do some stuff, but like, I still can't stand up for very long, and like, I try to do as much exercise as I can because that's one of the biggest things is you've got to keep your weight down. And basically you're sitting at home on your ass going, I'm so bored. I want to eat the world. Yeah, so that's not so much fun. But yeah, things like showering and that kind of stuff is okay. It's like put handrails in the shower, handrails in the toilet, handrails to get outside, because stairs and a leg that does not bend are not good friends. Yeah, so I mean it's all right. Like I'm functioning, which is good. I found a really helpful Facebook page, oddly enough, and it's like Ilazaroff Taylor spatial frame. You just put it in there and it pops up. It's a closed group, but it's pretty much people who have had or have or are going to have these sort of frames put on. So it's good just to get some tips off them, and someone that understands when you want to vent and go, oh, today's just fucking shit, and wah, poor me. Whereas, they understand and everyone else is like, oh, one of the worst things so far is the second I leave the house, like, I can't even get out of the car before there's someone going, oh, what's that? Tell me about it. Tell me your whole life story. People stop you on the street. And it's like, I wouldn't dream of you see someone walking along with one of these on. I'd look. Yeah, it's new, it's interesting, it's exciting. I wouldn't go up and like stop them and go, oh, you have to tell me what's wrong with you. It's like, fuck off. The best count so far was in the space of 10 minutes. I think it was 7 people stop me, and it was someone, I was getting out of the car, I was walking in the door of a store, I'd gotten inside the door of the store. That's the kicker, really. That's what fucks me off. That, and it's the world's biggest chastity belt. Yay! Not happening. My partner is not very impressed. Yeah, but I guess for anyone who's having this happen to them, especially the people who posted comments and stuff, it's make sure you alter your clothes before you start and alter your house, because everything is harder. Like, nothing's easy anymore. Like, even just walking outside or getting up and going and getting a drink, you're on crutches, can't carry stuff. And also, I got crutches with ergo handles and lovely sellotape. Basically because you're on them all the time, and I was getting nerve damage in my hands just from the standard ones. I still can't feel those fingers there, so that's another thing to look out for. But yeah, so I'm looking at getting the top frame off in about 8 weeks, fingers crossed. Nose is ready. Oh, and it's the middle of winter here, so that's awesome. Cold, can't wear pants. Hey. Yeah, so looking at getting the top frame off in about 8 weeks or so, but the bottom break through my tibia and fibula, bottom part, that's not actually mending, so that's an absolute gut wrencher. So they're looking at putting a different frame on and doing a bone graft, which I'm not looking forward to because I've had a previous bone graft that didn't take, and basically they just hurt. They hurt and they just poo. So that's a bit lame. But yeah, like I said, I'll put a montage up so you can sort of see the changes in all the leg, I guess. I did have one really big infection when I was in hospital, but it was because somehow the program that they put the computer in, the computer program, had made them overcorrect my bone by what turned out to be not 13 degrees, and it was only 17 degrees off in the first place, but like it got straight and then it started kicking off more and more and more, and it was agony and no one was listening to me, which really sucked, and I felt so smug when we finally went for x-rays and like, oh yeah, we'll just put that back, because the great thing is you can just put them back. Yeah, so I guess you know what's normal for you when you've got one of these on, and when something's not normal, you're the one that's going to know. Yeah, that's probably about all I can think of to say. Not very exciting, a ridiculously long 8 minutes, but yeah, thank you for watching, and probably put another update on one day. Yeah, have fun.